Today, we will tell the story of the entrepreneur Celso Zimon. Although his near-death experience is one of the quickest we've shared, it's also one that allowed us to clarify the true reason for living our lives here on Earth. Since childhood, Celso felt a deep sense of disconnection from Earth, as if he didn't belong here.
I was born with this feeling that I don't belong here. I'm always trying to find my place, and if it's not here, where is it?
He experienced what he defines as a persistent yearning for a place he considers his true home. This feeling persisted throughout his life. He believes that this feeling may have its origins in past lives in different places or dimensions, speculating that the longing he feels may be related to specific prior experiences. However, Celso acknowledges that this personal experience may vary from person to person, suggesting that different individuals may long for different places. What he didn't know was that a dramatic event would lead him to a place where many of these questions would be confirmed. Hello, I'm Marcus, and it's a pleasure to have you here at Beyond the Life We Live. I hope you feel at home and absorb the lesson in this story we're about to tell. By the way, leave your like and subscribe to the channel, as this is very important to us, helping us bring new and impactful stories to you. During a gathering with friends, Celso suddenly felt a sharp pain in his head while seated. The pain was so intense that he decided to leave the meeting and take a shower to try to relieve the discomfort.
I felt a very intense pain in my head, put my hand on my head and said, ouch. People looked at me. I said, I'm going to take a shower. Something urged me to take a shower.
During the shower, Celso experienced something extraordinary. While washing his head, he felt an intense pain, as if nerves and blood vessels were being pulled from his head. At that moment, the thought occurred to him that he might be experiencing something like a stroke, although he was aware of his good health and lifestyle. This thought persisted, and he decided to stay calm, asking his wife for lemon juice to help with circulation while he continued the shower. Upon returning to the meeting, Celso told his friends what he had felt. But at that very moment, his near-death experience also began. In the blink of an eye, he felt himself disconnect from his physical body and enter a room he described as an antechamber. In it, he sensed someone's presence and saw something resembling a screen, although it didn't show anything at that point. He believed it was supposed to reveal the actions of his life that needed adjustment. He recalled calling the place a settling accounts room and felt that the people there assessed their own actions and decided what needed to be corrected. At that moment, he received a teaching, understanding that when people enter that place, their consciousness expands in an astonishing way, clearly understanding the world and recognizing debts or necessary adjustments. Celso explains that his balance there was zero, indicating that he had no significant debts requiring him to return to Earth. However, he believes that this doesn't mean he's superior to others, as his life had never been different from that of an ordinary person, nor had he come close to any form of perfection. While there, he realized that he could simultaneously maintain a conversation with his friends. He noticed that these friends saw him with tremendous peace, to the point that they thought he was leaving. At that moment, he began to feel the presence of two figures. The first, to his left, seemed to play a role in clarifying his understanding and the revelations in his experience. Celso felt this entity as a presence that, in some way, facilitated his understanding of the situation he was living through there, allowing him to see everything with more clarity. This was something shocking to him due to its magnitude. The second entity, to his right, appeared at the end as Celso was returning to his physical body. This one emanated a sense of unconditional love. Upon fully returning to his body, something he believes lasted only a fraction of a second, he noticed an important detail: a larger voice from one of these entities that said,
"You are never alone. I am always with you."
He followed this voice, something that could be associated with God, although the entity didn't identify itself as such. Celso didn't see this being, but he deeply felt its words. Upon returning to his body, he was moved, and with tears in his eyes, shared with his friends the message that we are never alone. Today, he believes that the importance of resolving issues in daily life and the need to deal with small differences, not leaving personal matters unresolved with people, is the key point of life.
Resolve the small differences. You can't leave anything behind.
Celso compares life to a bank, stating that as long as there are debts, there will be a cycle of reincarnation until one learns. At the same time, he makes it clear that we are never truly alone. He briefly mentions the enlightenment experience he felt, describing it as an inner peace, an expansion of consciousness, and the certainty of the wonder of being alive. He interprets the expansion of his consciousness during the NDE as an increase in knowledge, and that, strangely, he began to share knowledge he already possessed while he was outside his body, as if he felt without restrictions or limits. This expansion was significantly vast, expressing the idea that during his near-death experience, he felt liberated from the limitations of the physical body. Celso compares this expansion to a state where the chip, or DNA, is more fully programmed, without the restrictions perceived in earthly life. Having a broader view of reality makes it more painful to recognize the mistakes made during life, even though you can see your reality with clarity.
So you can see your reality, that's why it hurts. When you see a mistake you made here, it hurts a lot.
There is a difference between the limited perception in the physical world, where small mistakes may seem insignificant, and the expanded consciousness beyond life, where the true nature of those mistakes is revealed, intensifying the pain.
The pain is so great that we feel it with a foolish thing we do here in life. The pain is so great that you say, wow, I need to go back.
Celso also mentions the lack of a sense of belonging with other consciousnesses during his experience, and that perhaps this connection would have happened if he had gone further, as in classic near-death experiences. The lack of memory of the antechamber by those who have had traditional near-death experiences suggests that both types of experiences complement each other, giving us a more comprehensive understanding of the afterlife.
So I imagine that joining the classic NDE experience, right, along with this mind that has this anteroom, people will understand that it's not just that. There's something more. She visited this anteroom too.
Discussing the pain associated with recognizing mistakes, he said that although his balance was presented as zero, he could perceive the pain in others. The intensity of that pain was so great that he felt a desperate desire to return, the need to fix it and help them. According to him, this intense pain experienced during the review of his life in the antechamber seems to be an inevitable moment for everyone, and it serves as a reminder of the importance of living consciously and being the best possible for others. Celso also firmly believes that the experience was a confirmation and testimony of his personal beliefs.
So today I am sure that this anteroom exists and that we go there to adjust ourselves. It's not punishment, it's simply help that we receive to adjust ourselves, right? For everyone to have a chance to adjust, and no one gave me any option. There I didn't hear that from anyone. But I came back with a feeling that I need to pass this on to people. I need to tell people this and that. Yes, there is a place where our consciousness will be weighed. Our consciousness will be measured. Not by someone, but by our own expanded consciousness.
Lugar que a nossa consciência vai ser pesada. Nossa consciência vai ser medida não por alguém, mas pela nossa própria consciência expandida.